who decides what a trustworthy news provider is and what trusted content is. Is it an approved list? Is it an algorithm? Is it a human being? We need to be careful about descending into some kind of Orwellian society. Freedom of speech and freedom of the press is vitally important to our free society. And the concern of some of the press is that in order to qualify for prominence, a newspaper may need to sign up to a state-backed regulator. Can the Minister rule that out? The proposals in the Green Paper to support our public service broadcasters, such as the BBC, ITV and Channel 4, is well intended, especially in an age where there is undeniably so much misinformation online. But a requirement for third-party platforms and social media entities to make such broadcasters' content prominent is problematic for the obvious reason that their content is not always to be trusted or unbiased either. So who decides whether it is? Many people question the BBC's coverage of politics in general, of trans rights, of Israel, and so on. The BBC doctored a video of President Trump. It fails to call Hamas a terrorist organisation. It has pushed highly questionable content through BBC Arabic, and it reprimanded a newsreader for saying pregnant women rather than pregnant people. Now, there may be plenty of people who like the idea of legislation to push woke or lefty content online. I'm not one of them, and there are many people who agree with me. So can the Secretary of State provide more details on how trusted content will be defined and who will ultimately be the arbiter? And finally, can she confirm how extensively she has engaged with industry to come up with these proposals?
Secretary of State.
Yeah, can I thank him for that? He asked a series of questions. I'll do my best to answer them all as swiftly as I can. Look, I think he's right to say that the onus can't just be on media companies alone. There is a responsibility on all of us, including schools, including those of us in public life, to make sure that we're equipping our young people with the skills that they need to be able to navigate a completely transformed media landscape from the one that we had in this country when he and I were growing up. And I do want to reassure him that this is not about pushing all of the responsibility onto media companies and letting everybody else off the hook. We've all got to work together in order to achieve that. And it's not just about young people either. Actually, there's serious challenges with people from every generation seeing information online that just simply is false. When it comes to who defines trustworthy news, I think this really is one of the most challenging aspects of the consultation that we've put out. Who decides what is trustworthy news? How we decide what is trustworthy news? He'll know, of course, that the definition of public service broadcasting is set out in law, but trustworthy news is a separate matter. And this is precisely why we've asked the question. I would gently push back on some of the sort of narrative that he advanced about the BBC. It is still the most trustworthy source of news, not just in this country, but across the world. And on Monday, I was on Newsround explaining this and the social media ban that we're introducing to that generation of children who will be most affected by it. And it strikes me that there is no other country in the world that has quality programming like that through their public service broadcaster. And so I think we should be careful about not trashing the BBC, whilst he and I have shared serious frustrations about some of the specific issues that he suggested, and we should always demand the highest quality content. I still believe and firmly believe that the BBC is one of the best broadcasters in the world.